So I'm getting ready to bug treat my bed gear, so I thought I would point out what I've got here. So the first thing I've got is my Q-Core SLX. It's an insulated sleeping pad, 20 by 66. I would prefer a 25, but 20 is the inches wide that it is. This has two little openings, and the one that's open right now, the little one, is just a hole. This other one you can connect the pump to it and use it to blow it up, and then you can kind of let some air out with this little button if you want. And the pump is this little bag that you see right here. You can fill that up with air and then connect it and pump it into that. I have heard tell of people using garbage bags for that very same purpose, like your compactor bag that you keep in your pack. Now I am going to have pillows. I'm not sure if I'm taking this bigger one. It packs down pretty small, but it's heavyish. But I will at the very least have this. Some people think of that as a luxury item. I don't sleep well. Every little bit of mild comfort at night matters if I'm going to get any sleep at all on the trail. So I have two sleeping bags that I'm going to vary depending on the elevation and the weather. This is a quilt. It's not a zip-up sleeping bag. It's a quilt. These are out of date now. But I really have enjoyed having it. And then this over here is something that you can get. This is a REI Magma 17. For 17 degrees is how low it's supposed to get, and you can survive. Comfort level, it's a little bit higher than that, but that is the survival level of temperature. In any case, it is a mummy bag. I do not zip it all the way up, so therefore I don't stay quite as warm. So that's basically my sleep gear for the Appalachian Trail currently. Whenever it comes time to replace my pad, I'll probably get a little bit of a wider one, just because I'll be more comfortable. And I still use those Z pads, which one of them will go underneath me, and I'll use the other one as a headrest. That's actually one Z pad, one extra long one that I cut in half so that I could use one as sort of like a Z seat, and have one for sleeping, or have both for sleeping, or multiple uses that way. So yeah, that is my sleep system. I will be using my REI Half Dome 2 Plus, which I love that tent so much. It is super comfy. I would prefer to have a one-person tent, but occasionally I think my daughter's going to be sleeping with me, so I need to have room in there, or my husband will be climbing in with me if they can't find places to hammock. So I am making sure that I have enough space to allow for that. So we might occasionally, when they are with me, they might take on the poles or something to help me save on weight. Alrighty, so that is my sleep system. I was talking about treating my stuff for bugs. So what I'm using is Permethrin, and essentially you just spray down everything you have, and this stuff will last after you just let it dry, and this stuff will last up to 5 or 6 weeks, or 5 or 6 washings, I believe. And it works against ticks and mosquitoes. It pretty much kind of, I guess, kills them on contact, or at least paralyzes them pretty quickly, and then they die. So I'm going to just spray down each of these things, as well as all of my clothes, and that will be hopefully the way that I stay protected from ticks and fleas. Fleas. What, I guess fleas too. Mosquitoes. This is not good for cats, so you don't want to spray this near your cats. It can really hurt your cats, but it should not harm your dog. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now, and then I'm gonna leave all this stuff sit for a couple of hours and dry, and then I'll be able to use it. It's odor free, and so you just put it directly on the fabric. I'll treat my shoes, my socks, all that, any place where anything that I'm gonna wear, I'm gonna treat with it. So hopefully I'll let you know along the trail how well it works, but I can assure you that I had some just on the drop cloth for my tent, and it, like, I came back and there was dead bugs around the tent, so I know that it was working. So hopefully this'll be good. The more surfaces you cover with the permethrin, the better off you are, the more protected you are. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I've got 3 different pairs of shoes I'm bringing. I've got these Brooks Calderas, and of course my trusty Lone Peaks, Ultra Lone Peak 3.5s, and then a pair of Ultra Timps. And my goal is to alternate between the shoes because I can when Dan is following with me with the car. So whenever he helps me with a resupply, I will switch out the shoes, theoretically, to try to help keep from too much wear and tear in one spot. Maybe. That's the plan. Or I'll wear the heck out of this one and then that one, and then if I have to, I'll put the Brooks on. The Brooks aren't as good for me long-term hiking as the Ultras are. So anyway, that's stuff that I'm looking at doing. I have this little pillow. I think I've decided I'm not bringing the down pillow, but I am bringing this fancy umbrella, so that'll make up for not bringing the pillow. It's super lightweight umbrella. And then there's a bug net there as well that I'm bringing. So, and then I've got my Patagonia puffy coat, which will probably also be part of my sleep system at some point, because I don't want to have to carry any extra weight. So my actual clothes bag is this yellow bag right there. That's all I've got. Basically, it's got spare changes of underwear because I have to change my underwear once a day at least. And then it's got a couple of pairs of socks and some sleep clothes in it, and that's all that's in there. Everything else that I might want is gonna have to be there, like will be available for resupply, but that is pretty much it. And then I'll have my buff. All of my clothes are now treated with permethrin, so hopefully for the first 5 or 6 weeks I should be in good shape as far as ticks and stuff are concerned. We'll see.